Today's horoscope and tarot from Astrocademy, Pisces March 7, 2022. The moon heads into your sector of joy for a couple of days, and it harmonizes with Jupiter in your sign. As such, you can more readily find channels to express yourself today, even with Mercury retrograde. Your unique viewpoint finds an appreciative audience. Hobbies, recreation, leisure time, and romance can be more prominent themes. With the Sun and Pluto heading into alignment, intensity with friends or complicated emotions about your social life can emerge as the day advances. What comes of this process can motivate you to make connections, start fresh, or make repairs. Those butterflies are real, so don't disregard your feels. After all, today's moon is beginning to reach her peak of fullness via your romantic fifth house of love, passion, pleasure, and self-expression. The best part? Luna will meet lucky Jupiter in your sign, expanding everything from your inner knowing to the amount of faith you have in a specific person or partnership. Granted, while there's no denying what you currently feel for someone, it isn't suggested to start anything new at this time. Venus will retrograde until the 29th, and Mercury stations retrograde today. Take this time to go inward. There could be a lot on your mind, especially because Mercury retrograde continues to square Uranus retrograde. As of right now, Mercury retrograde is switching up your subconscious views of your professional talents and weaknesses. The square could point you in either direction. If negative, you could be focused on where you fall short, which could come out in conversation with colleagues. Luckily, this can give you insight on what to work on. But, if appraised positively, then the square could help you redefine your outlook if unexpected praise has come up. As a friendly aspect between Eris, in his first weekend in direct motion in your income sector, and Mars, now in his final 9 days in your career sector peaks, this can have both short and long-term implications. In the short term, this is firing up your warrior and competitive spirit while at the same time motivating you to set longer-term goals and resolutions on both fronts. Your advice is in great demand. Because of your high energy levels, you are happy to comply, but take care not to give too much of yourself. You might suffer a burnout and lose interest in others. It's fine to ask others to return the favor. Ultimately, relationships work best and give and take are done in equal measure. If you're hanging out with anyone who seems sketchy or a little off in some way, listen to your instincts. You don't need more trouble following you home, even if it secretly thrills you to death. As soon as you arrive on the scene, you find that rivals seem to fade from view. Maintaining a natural approach helps you get the attention from any potential admirers. Make the most of your desirability and appeal, but be sure you don't overdo the swagger. Any exaggerated conduct can quickly become a turn-off. Waking up a little earlier can give you the opportunity to have some healthy time alone before the day begins. You will benefit from taking a little time each day to center yourself in terms of what you want to accomplish. You tend to get wrapped up in other people's agendas because you are so talented at helping others achieve their goals. Focusing on yourself over a cup of herbal tea in the morning can have a powerful effect on your life. Revel in the glory of this day, for it is all about you. Do not worry about having to divide your attentions between home and the office today. Family first is your slogan right now. Explore the legacy your ancestors have left you, and see where your involvement in it will enhance the birthright of your children. You may even become wistful, due to some memory of a pleasant family experience. You may find that you have a sudden desire to bring out the nostalgic memorabilia that you had stored away. If so, reopen those cartons and blow off the dust. Right up until the moment that they leave your communication sector tomorrow, Venus and Mars are both working as a team and independently on their separate agendas. As Venus is working to make the most of the last full day of her 4-month mission to give your heart and your relationships a voice, Mars is working to make the most of his 6-week war on communication barriers. At the same time, ahead of their shift in focus onto home and family matters tomorrow, Mercury, the planet of communication is already working to get the communication lines open there. At the same time that Venus and Mars are spending their last full day in your communication sector, the Moon is just a day away from its monthly visit to your relationship sector. While they will miss each other by just a few hours, the work the planets of love and passion are putting in now to get the communication lines open will have ongoing benefits. Your tarot reading for today. Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant, and the Moon. Do you know that in the past you have missed tremendous opportunities? That doesn't seem possible to you? Yet it is. Today's cards show that you have been given some very good opportunities in the last few months, and that, for various reasons, you haven't seized your opportunity. This is unfortunate, because life is made up of small details. The lesson of this draw is that in the future you have to be more attentive and try to take more risks. You seem to have a personality that's a bit bothered by risks, you like to stay with what you know, and you have trouble trying new things. Your passions have been the same for a long time, and you find it difficult to try new activities. Maybe you're not open-minded enough about some things. Without being negative, we all sometimes prefer to stay in our everyday comfort zone, rather than trying new things. Understand that life's opportunities are present in these new things. When you open yourself to the world, it will open its arms for you. You have to know when to take a chance and seize the right opportunity at the right time. Continuing to wait patiently in the hope something better will come along later isn't the right strategy. What's done is done, and you never know what tomorrow may bring. It's up to you to make the most of this adage to successfully carry out future projects. Our eyes in the sky. Avoid pushing yourself physically right now, and be mindful of your limits. Lean into love this evening, and the Moon shares a sweet connection to romantic Venus. This cosmic climate is perfect for embracing your sensual side, and it can help you reconnect with your nearest and dearest. If you feel like you need a bit of cheering up, use this energy as an excuse to spoil yourself a tiny bit, but don't go overboard with spending. The tension that has built up throughout the day comes to a head tonight when Luna forms an alliance with Uranus, amplifying the opposition it shares with Mars. Pent-up aggression could find its way out now. If you find yourself on the receiving end of someone else's temper tantrum, try to defuse the situation diplomatically, or you could end up in some seriously hot water. Unexpected events take us by surprise, causing tensions to explode with those who we previously considered allies. The slightest criticism makes us feel like our honor is being attacked. Limitations are deemed threats to our freedom, and we will fight back recklessly rather than see ourselves trapped into someone else's design. This is classically an influence of accidents, primarily because we are distracted and lacking in focus. Take the morning a bit slower than you normally would.